Metcalf getting the ball from a 4-time MVP, or Cam Hayward is holding in. Nobody wants to talk about. And Aaron Rodgers has thrown for 300 yards just once in his last 40 games.
Brew and Coach, I hope you guys don't mind. If we could just for a moment before we get to this, can we just give Wildes the floor so he can get off this Cam Hayward take that he has whined about in the meeting?
I would like to hear it.
In the meeting for 3 days straight, he's like, I guess I'm the only one who cares about Cam Hayward.
Well, is Cam Hayward good or not?
So, yeah, he's good, so go ahead.
I agree. Well, when Cam Hayward said he might sit out the whole season, that's the report. I think that's newsworthy.
Okay, so what's your take?
When Jerry, I don't have a take. I'm not the take guy. My take is it's newsworthy and we should discuss it.
What?
You know what we had to do 12 minutes on? Jerry Jones saying, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We're like, oh, Jerry, you're a mastermind of content. You've got us right where you want. Jerry Jones like this, do-do-do-do-do-do. And we're like, this first thing's first. Yeah, that's me. I don't want to be that.
Okay. So to be clear, you don't have a Cam Hayward take?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay.
Pay the man. He deserves it.
Okay, there we go.
You're not serious about football if you don't pay him.
You got like how many years, dollars, anything you want to?
Then I'd be like, Nick, did you run the numbers on the cap? Put it on the credit card, but that bill will come due. And then you're like, hey, you got Aaron Rodgers. What are you waiting for? You got to go for it. And then Coach is like, do you guys think Mike Tomlin's seat might be hot? I'm like, Coach, what? Not the way they do it in Pittsburgh.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad we got that in. Well done. That's perfect. Go ahead.
Good now?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I do ceiling or floor.
I thought that was therapeutic.
Yeah, I feel better about
like,
everyone.
yeah, Wild's riding for me. Bam.
All right, I don't want you guys to overreact to this like you want to. Nick is he's dying for me to put Aaron Rodgers in the AFC title game. But I am going ceiling.
Whoa!
See what I mean?
You're back.
No,
You are back.
I said, did I say don't overreact?
You're back.
You're back.
I said 11-6. Okay, that's on the table. I'm just saying which one is more likely.
Yes.
All right. The defense. I think Cam Hayward will play this year. I think they'll get that done. You added Jalen Ramsey, big play, Darius Slade. Like, they are all in. And look, that's only one more win than last year. I do think Aaron Rodgers still is better than Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. So I think 11-6 is the ceiling, what I'm going with. Not saying it's going to happen. Here's the other thing. There's no way I envision Mike Tomlin winning 6 games. Winning 6 games. Unless Aaron Rodgers just absolutely implodes
Could you imagine Bill Belichick
and blows up the
4?
entire locker room. Well, Belichick had done that, before Brady took over, and he had done it in Cleveland and had not so great years.
5 wins season.
5 wins, right. So I just can't envision Tomlin going 6-11. So I'm not saying I'm predicting 11-6, but I think that's more likely than 6-11.
Yeah, so first, I love Mike Tomlin. Just to get that out.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Coach
means
would never put him
that
on.
means Coach is going 6-11.
No,
or floor.
But they bring in Darius Slade, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, Juan Thornhill, Robert Woods. These are all the new additions. And if this was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that would have been like really super exciting. And I believe the Cam Hayward issue is an issue. And to me, that adds some problems in the locker room that they don't really want to have right now. And the Rodgers-Arthur Smith dynamic to me is a bigger question than I think people are talking about, so I'm going close to the floor.
Wow. I like that, Coach. I'm with you.
Wow.
So,
3 floors?
No, he said ceiling.
I said ceiling.
He did a whole thing about it.
So I
was still thinking
get
about
your little
Cam Hayward.
scorecard
Yeah,
out.
clearly.
Sorry, I got lost.
You don't have your
My fault, I
scorecard?
wasn't-
No, he'll have a scorecard. Don't worry.
I have a
He'll
scorecard.
scorecard.
I'm the one saying ceiling.
Okay,
Those two saying
can I
ice
give
cream.
my answer? So I understand the argument of they always, with bad quarterback play, they win 9 or 10 games. There's an element of, as bad as this sounds, those years the team expected bad quarterback play. And they were not necessarily building a team around that, but they understood there was going to be a way they had to win games, a style, and it was always a lot of Mike Tomlin voodoo with some weird special teams play, steal a victory, really good defense, those types of things. I think this year, They are anticipating the best quarterback play they've had in almost a decade there. Best quarterback play they've had since, not just Big Ben, but a couple years before Big Ben actually hung it up. And when they don't get that, and when they realize, it's kind of another same old Steelers, we're going to have to win 17-13 with defense, I wonder if they have the juice for it. I also do think, and I think it's fine to fold it in here, I don't know if I'd make it A2, that Cam Hayward potentially not being around could be damaging to them. And he's old enough and has made enough money that you do wonder how, is this a bluff or is it not? And I also am not a believer that the Rodgers-DK Metcalf combo is going to provide the dividends they expect. So my actual prediction for Pittsburgh going into the year is 7-10.
Wow.
That's that predictions week spoiler. That's where I have them falling. But so I think 6-11 is more likely.
Thank you, Al.
What? Why?
Because he knows Mike Tomlin doesn't have losing seasons, especially not 6-11 loss seasons.
It's more of what the points that you made.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Because everyone's like, "What?"
I know I was
like
actually.
my take was layered.
I know that's your thing.
Then
We're head to Dallas, but actually Oxnard. You ever been to Oxnard?
No.
Beautiful.
You've been?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful there. Camp's closing. Dak has two great wide receivers.
Look at the backwards visor. Even
New motivated coach with a backwards visor.
it
Or
now.
Jerry's drama is actually a distraction. And the 7-point opening night underdog, Dallas Cowboys, actually just a sign of what to come. Coach, ceiling is 11-6. The floor is 5-12. What's more likely?
Yeah, so I like Shady as a head coach more than I think anybody else does. Brought in 4 new running backs to address the running game. Drafted an offensive lineman in the first round. Okay, so they're trying to address that. Now I just hope he will address the running game, and I hope he will stay with the running game. There were times when we were together where I had to nudge him a lot more towards the running game.
No.
Yeah,
You wanted them to run the ball more?
I know.
No,
That does sound.
I know that's shocking to you. I like Eberflus as the DC. I think that he's going to simplify the defense, does some complicated things on third down, but it's going to be a nice balance and probably an easier program for them to digest than what they had last year. And you can say what you want about him as a head coach, but he has that experience, so that's going to allow Brian to concentrate more on the offense, and he will add value there. I'm not sold on Pickens. Wide receivers that leave Pittsburgh typically don't do very well. And I don't love the fact that we're back to more training camp drama, so I'm going floor.
Wow.
I thought you
that
started
was
out
a
like
great
you were going
misdirection.
silly. That was.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to rely on the run game because I don't think, even though they brought in 4 running backs, I don't know if any of them are going to pop, and I think they're going to be trailing a bunch. The only thing that I think hits the over for the Cowboys this year is Dak Prescott passing yards and CeeDee Lamb receptions and receiving yards, because I do think statistically Dak and CeeDee could have huge years because they're trailing a lot and they have to throw the ball a lot. But I think this is the least talented team the Cowboys have had of Dak's career, and because of that, I think you are one Micah Parsons holdout or injury away defense in football, so I am floor.
Well, look, if somebody gets hurt, but I look at this as I'm assuming everybody's healthy. Sure. That's how I make my predictions. And remember, Wilds, this is not about what they get closer to.
No.
Closer to the ceiling, closer. This is which one of those two. All right?
We know.
This isn't, are they going to go 7-10 again? No.
We know, bro.
Okay, I just want you to remember.
Thanks for clarifying that. I was confused which it was.
Because look, they won 7 games a year ago with Dak missing half the season. With Micah missing several games, all right?
This is the Rodgers.
What?
This is the Rodgers take.
It's
Gotta
just
be a
the
few
truth.
games better than
No, it's
Cooper
the truth.
Rush.
Dak Prescott, every year of his career that he has been healthy for the season, 16 games or more, he's 8-8 was his worst. He's not going 5, and I'm not the biggest Dak fan. They ain't going 5-12 with a healthy Dak Prescott. All right, the run game, I'm not all high on it because those guys didn't average 4 yards a carry last year. But No, there's no way they're going 5-12. 11-6.
Why does he get 3 points for that?
I thought it was.
I'm cooking.
He
That's
spent
why.
most of the
I am
time
cooking.
explaining
But
to
I
you
thought
the
it was.
rules
I
of your
thought it
own
was
game.
interesting.
I'm cooking.
The Dak
Just
part
tell me.
trailed
You
off
don't
for
owe
about
him an
45 minutes.
explanation.
That part sold
He
me.
fell asleep on his own
he
tape
didn't
and
really
got 3
stick
points.
the landing, but.
Wow, you do not owe them an
Wow.
explanation. You just call it like it
Next
is.
up in Chicago, new line, new coach, sophomore bounce for Caleb, or a tough division and a steeper than expected learning curve in Ben Johnson's complicated offense. The ceiling for the Bears, 11-6, the floor, 6-11. Nick, what do you like here?
Ceiling. And I don't think that's the ceiling.
Ooh,
It's again.
that's always a good one.
I'm not predicting that they go 12-5, but I think it'd be crazy to act like that's impossible. That their best case scenario season is 11 wins. I think that's foolish. Listen, I understand Wild's skepticism of Ben Johnson thinking he's a genius when he hasn't yet been a head coach. I get that. I am, however, fully confident that they will have a better offensive plan, operation, and tactics than they had last year. I'm also fully confident, even if you guys think I overrated Caleb coming out of the draft, that he is, in year 2, going to be a better player than he was in year 1.
Definitely.
I'm also fully confident that their offensive line is going to be better this year with the additions they have made. You add to that the fact that I think you are going to see a slight comeback, not a slight, but a significant comeback from where Detroit was last year at 15 wins, where Minnesota was last year at 14 wins, and Green Bay maybe around the same where they were last year. They did 11, 11-6. I think the Bears going 11-6 is not only not the ceiling, but a pretty likely outcome. So I say 11.
Look, 11-6 is possible, but I'm saying the floor.
Wow.
All right, here's why.
What about the Budless bump for Caleb?
We'll see. But right now, I mean, Caleb clearly is kind of behind. Right now, I think there are going to be some growing pains early. And just because Ben Johnson was a fabulous offensive coordinator, that doesn't mean he's going to be a great head coach. Josh McDaniels is a great offensive coordinator. Matt Nagy was a great offensive coordinator. They didn't work out as head coaches, and they're obviously in a monstrous division with the NFC North. Then they play the AFC North. So, like, that's their schedule is really tough. So if it's not clicking, they will have some L's. So I'm not predicting 6-11, but I'm saying that's more likely than the ceiling.
So I've liked the Bears for the last couple of years, and when you look at this, they bring the 3 new offensive linemen. I think that's huge. I really like Colston Loveland, the tight end they got out of Michigan. I think he's going to be a significant weapon. Dennis Allen is the defensive coordinator, better than you think, especially in points allowed. And then we forget this, but they started 4-2 last season, and the Hail Mary game, if they'd won that, they would have been 5-2, and everything could have changed. So as now they lost 10 straight after that, but this is not a team that's void of talent. I think they've got a lot more talent than people anticipate. And I don't know Ben Johnson very well, but I've liked the things that I've seen that he's said. So I'm going ceiling.
Did you hear what he said about the tush push?
I did not.
He said he doesn't like it. It's not an
scared of
explosive play. I also.
Coach had the money ball. Last one is always the money ball.
Give me this.
Wait.
Give me this.
Yeah.
Brew, you won't believe what Wilds just did.
Because I forgot we had the money.
Wilds wrote down a 3 for Coach, a 1 for you, and then realized you both had 7 points. So then he changed the 3 to a 4
the money ball.
and turned the 7
Still
into an 8.
undefeated.